Good afternoon, students. Yes, good afternoon. Okay, what we were discussing in the previous class. Yes, do you remember? Okay, gates, logic gates. Can you give me the names of the different types of logic gates that we have discussed? Yes, any student? The name of the logic gates, students, that we have discussed. Okay, very good. One she is saying OR gate. Yes, Harsh Bhagat AND gate, XOR gate, NAND gate. All right. So So these are all important logic gates, okay, which we can use in practical applications. Okay, one polling question I am giving you. Let's say who will just give the answer, correct answer. Yes, students, please give your response. It's central heating. By mistake, I just CBTS chapter. It's central heating, students. Central heating is an example of which type of gate? NAND gate, AND gate, NOT gate. Central heating or cooling, we can say. Central heating. Yes, students, can you give which type of gate we will use in a heating or a cooling? Only one student give the answer. What about others? Pragata Suresh only give the response. Once Mukanda, Jay Venkat, Atish. Yes, please. Harsh Bhagat, Harsh Mehra. We have already completed this topic in the previous class. Which gate we can use for central heating? Okay, Harsh Bhagat also give the response. So now I get the two responses. One is going for first option NAND gate, another is for NOT gate. Harsh Mehra is also going. Atish is also going. Yes. Okay. Now four students give reply. Third option, two for first, one for the second. What about Taha Kambati? Taha? Okay, so students, uh, the right option is the third one, not gate or inverter gate, if you remember. So central heating or central cooling, basically they use not gate or inverter gate. So third option is the right one. Okay, so please be careful how we can use these different gates in the different practical applications. These are also important for your exam point of view. All right. Uh, Today we will try to discuss a topic which is related to uh, microcontroller and microprocessor. Any idea about microprocessor? Yes, any student? What do you think about microprocessor? Microprocessor, microcontroller, and PLC. Okay, so students, these three are the devices which are important for your syllabus. Okay, in unit 2, yes, microprocessor, one is microcontroller, another is PLC, programmable logic controller. Okay, so PLCs. So these are the three devices. Yes, all right, Vansh, very good. So students, we can differentiate all the three. How PLC differs from microprocessor and how microprocessor differs from microcontroller. So I'm trying to just draw three blocks. Three blocks I'm trying to draw. Just to find the difference between microprocessor, microcontroller and PLC. So first we are writing PLC, then we are writing microprocessor, then we are writing microcontroller. Student, can you give me the example of microprocessor? Any student? Which practical device that you are using in daily life is an example of a microprocessor? Intel processor. Okay, all right. Basically, you can say your laptop and CPU computers, desktop are basically an example of microprocessors. You are using large amount of memories in the form of RAM, ROM. Okay, then internal processor is there, which consists of, you can say, three basic parts. One is control unit, then is the register and arithmetic logic unit, ALU. You might have listened in your previous classes also. So that is a microprocessor. Okay, and any example related to microcontroller? Have you find somewhere the microcontroller where you think that you use microcontrollers? Arduino. Okay, so the basic examples of microcontroller will be washing machine. If you can say the household appliances you use, washing machine is one of the example of microcontroller. Because you students, in case of microcontroller, you are basically using a memory. A limited memory is used in order to perform a particular task. In microcontroller, basically you are performing a particular task, like for example in washing machine, uh, the code is there. Okay, yes, microwave, Tahakamvati, very good. Microwave is also microcontroller. In microwave you are basically performing the task of cooking the food. or heating the food. Similarly, in washing machine, you are performing the task of cleaning of the clothes. So they have a little bit, you can say they have a little memory or limited memory for a particular task. But in case of microprocessor, did you think the memory is less as compared to microcontroller or more? What will be the memory in microprocessor as compared to microcontroller? Yes, so microprocessor basically you perform various tasks. You can say in microprocessor like calculation. You want to do any type of calculation, mathematical calculation. You want to do any type of simulation. Okay, lots of softwares are available. Design softwares are available. Construction softwares are available where you can just try to calculate, try to simulate various things, okay, or various design parameters. So they need large amount of memory, and memory is always available in microprocessor. Okay, so this is the basic difference in microprocessor and microcontroller. Microcontroller are always used, you can also write it down please students. Microcontrollers are always used for a particular task. Okay, they have a limited memory, and everything is basically on a small chip. In microcontroller everything is on a small chip, but this is not the case in case of microprocessor. In microprocessor, we have, you can say, some external devices, some are inbuilt devices, whereas in microcontroller all devices are inbuilt. Okay, so first of all we will try to just write about the microprocessor. So in microprocessor, the things that we have is a processor. Okay, so one is ALU. Did you know the full form of ALU? Then we have CU, control unit, and then we have registers. Registers are basically students a temporary storage device which are used in the computer system. The tasks which are basically performing in on computer, that is basically in order to complete their tasks, the registers help as a temporary storage device. Okay, so registers are the temporary storage device which we use in the computer in order to perform a particular task. So these three things are needed in the processor. One is ALU, arithmetic logic unit. You do various types of calculations on your computer, okay, with different mathematical equations. So that is basically a function, or the background behind that uh, is ALU, arithmetic logic unit. Okay, then control unit is your computer, which is basically trying to control the different tasks that we are performing there. So okay, anything which is external in microprocessor? Yes student, which part is external in microprocessor? These are the inbuilt parts that I have drawn. These all parts are inbuilt. So anything which is not inbuilt but we are using the external thing, one is the memory. Yes, we will try to add memory here. All right, you have keyboard, you have mouse. These are the input and output devices. Memory in the form of RAM, random access memory, read of memory, ROM. Okay, students, this memory is external. Okay, in case of microprocessor. And what else we add in it? We also add input output devices. Everyone please note it down. Input output devices. So memory and input output devices we add in microprocessor.